What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Broad Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato.
And it's another fucking week. We're here. We've made it again. We alive.
Here we are.
Here we are.
I can't believe we're alive.
We had a pretty wild time together.
Had a dangerous weekend.
I had the most fun with you, I have to tell you.
I literally think I had as much fun this weekend as I had like almost at Skankfest. It was that level.
Yep.
We went to Six Flags together.
Yep.
With the whole Gas Digital team, Six Fags we like to call it.
Yep.
It was quite a fucking adventure. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I think it might be the best theme park in the country.
I've never been to a Six Flags. I grew up in Florida, so we have like Disney and Busch Gardens and Universal and stuff like that. And those are fun. Busch Gardens is fun because it has more roller coasters than your typical like Disney. Disney's like a bunch of teacup shit. You know what I mean? But Six Flags is like Disney for adults.
Right? It has like the best rides ever.
It is so fucking fun. Whoever thought about the roller coasters is sick in the head. It's like if they put a 10-year-old in a drawing board and they're like, draw the scariest roller coasters you can think of. And they're like, all right, what about this one if you're standing up and facing down? And it's like, all right, we'll do that.
Yeah, they all have their own like little
twist
to them. Yeah, every single one of them has like some sort of weird different mechanism. Like this one holds you suspended with everything dangling, or this one you're just like buckled in standing like a fucking mummy, or the one that just has like free floating.
I like the one we did. We did one called Wonder Woman, and it was like those pirate ship rides like that go up and down, except it went like almost upside down. It went so high, and it's spun.
Like the access that it's like its access point at the center is so fucking high off the ground that it's like not like any pirate ship that you've actually seen. It's fucking so giant that
it was
like
huge.
It takes you so high off the fucking ground. It's insane.
And we did something that I thought I would never, ever, ever, ever do in my life. What was that thing called that we did? The Devil's Drop?
It was called Devil's Drop, yeah.
Okay, so we did. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this.
I have to say, I couldn't even show that video to my parents because they would be like so upset that I did that. That's like one of the few rides that as a kid they would be like, there's no way that you're ever doing that.
My mom too.
Don't ever be stupid enough to do anything like that.
My mom too.
Always. Yeah.
I texted my mom that video and she wrote back, "You're crazy." And I was like, okay.
It's like something they taught me as a child is not to go on those rides that are like not even rides.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to describe it?
Okay, so it is like a telephone pole. You know those like big, tall satellites you see? It's like two of those, and they're probably a football field's away from each other. And what they do is, this is really fucked up. They put you in these harnesses, and they make you stand and watch everyone. And the ride is
Can I stop for a second? You look like such a fucking asshole in these harnesses.
You do. You look like an idiot.
You're paying to look like an idiot.
Nate said it perfectly. The entire day, you look like you're going to be a slaughtered pig. Like they keep just dressing you up in outfits that look like you're about to be slaughtered.
It's true, and like picking
rides.
you up by the nape of your neck and like just holding you there.
Yes, it was a lot of being like dragged and flipped around like an animal. But this thing is like, okay, so me, Alex, and Lewis all decided to go on together. So we're wearing these fucking stupid harnesses, and what they do is they clip you all together with one main rope. Right?
So it's literally me and Kim and Lewis hooked together like fish that got caught.
like if you threw that line out into the ocean and we just bit it all at the same time with our backs.
Yeah.
So then it sort of picks you up so you're facing down like you're Superman style in these harnesses. There's a rope that is attached to the very top of the satellite. And this bitch is tall. How tall would you say that is?
It's crazy tall, but I need to stop for one more second. Because there is a moment when you're getting into the thing where you're like, the three of you are standing up side by side and they hook the thing to the backs of your harnesses. And then they make you like fall forward into position.
Yeah, you're supposed to fall forward and so it can lift you and you can hang in the air Superman style.
Yeah, it's the moment where they like take you from standing up straight to like hanging down. And somehow the three of us fucking retards
This was an impressive moment.
Not sure how. The thing is hooked to us in the back. And somehow
we all went against gravity and force of nature and physics, and all three of us fell onto our backs with this thing hooked at the same exact time. I think the guy that was doing it, he was like 97 years old and his name was like Marvin. And he was like, well, I've never seen that. Like, it was like...
He's like, I'd done this ride for years and years and ain't nobody ever done that before.
Yeah, we all at the same exact time fell backwards in front of everyone watching.
I'm not going to lie. The whole time I really felt like it was my fault. Like I dragged you guys down. But I think you're right. Like all of us fucking just...
It was at the same time. Lewis said it. He was like, we all went heels and we should have went toes.
Crazy. It was like a scene. Like they had to pick us up and try over again.
So they kind of start
Kim
by
was crying also at this point.
At this point, I'm so fucking terrified. I don't want to do
already.
this.
She's like, I don't want to go on it. Like Lewis paid extra money for it. This is like one of the only rides in the park that you have to pay extra money to go on and consent to go on it and shit.
We had to do verbal consent.
And Kim's like, I don't want to. And the guy's like, we legally can't make her go. And Lewis was like, I'm going to make her go. And they're like, legally that can't happen either. And I remember you were like fucking literally crying and you were like, oh, okay. That was your consent to them.
It was like anal sex.
Yeah. It was.
I was like, it might feel good in a little bit. I'll try, but I'm scared now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we're on our backs. At this point, I've already done my whole dramatic scene where like at this point I've committed. Once they've lifted you and you're kind of face down, you're in it. There's no going back. They lower this fucking trolley we're on, so now we're off the ground.
They brought us up there on a cherry picker, first of all.
It was very unprofessional. They had the people from the last ride watching us this whole time. It was fucking embarrassing.
It was Harrington.
Oh, it was Harrington. It was Harrington. They were just watching me cry like I was getting gang raped when I'm just first world going on a ride.
Yeah.
So we're on our backs. The string thing is happening. Then the cherry picker goes down, and I'm like, okay, this is already good enough for me. This is terrifying. And this thing pulls you slowly.
So slowly, it raises you guys like
you
fucking
from your back.
cattle. Like
yes, so slowly. It must have taken a good minute.
It took about at least
60 seconds.
40 seconds at least to get up to the very top.
Way longer.
I kept my eyes open the whole time.
At least 20 more seconds than a minute. And then 40 seconds. I would say a solid, slow 60 seconds of
you're
being
just watching,
raised.
Yeah, you're watching your like field of view grow as like they raise you higher.
I close my eyes and only open them every 20 seconds.
Okay.
I'd open and I'd be like, oh, wow. And then I'd wait 20 seconds and I'd open and I'd be like, wow, we're so high. And then I'd close my eyes, and the last one I remember saying, like, we can't still be going. Because we are going up so fucking high. And the thing is, when you're getting pulled back, like, from your back like that, you feel so heavy in the front. You can really feel, like, the weight of yourself as a human.
I know. It was, like... I was really focused on how much me, you, and Lewis weighed all together.
Yes.
It just felt like we were quite a package.
Yes.
You know?
It was like, what kind of material is this made out of? I've had shirts... rip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I kept fucking, these harnesses are so fucked up looking, man. Like, they just,
they're sickening.
They'll put them on you and there's just absolutely no spot.
Mind you, the person putting on the harness on you is a 16-year-old boy named Austin with pimples on his face.
It's true.
It's fucking terrifying. You're like, my life is in fucking douchebag
attitude before we even got
Lewis
online.
gave them attitude. You don't give attitude to the person that's strapping on your life.
Yeah, so fucking Austin puts this shit on and I turn around and I'm like, guys, does mine look tight? And they're like, yo, nothing's looked looser in the history of straps, okay?
There's just so many straps.
It's all just...
There's 17 straps were clipped to one of them. It makes no sense.
Dangling straps leading to nothing, all from different places along your back.
I think it's just made to look like you're safe.
I think it's made to look like there's
something going on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because we're only hooked to one of those, and there's probably 30 of them.
I was like shuttling my shoulders back and forth and being like, does it feel tight? I could just feel all the straps.
It's like
me.
if Medusa grew snakes on her back.
Yes. Yes, nothing looks safe about these fucking harnesses. It's crazy.
So this is the worst part of this ride. You have to pull your own lever.
When you get
what would be the right term for that?
It's
your own.
It's like a release cord.
You pull your own release cord. So once you get to the top, you hear them at the bottom count down in the speaker. They go 3, 2, 1, fly. And the person who was chosen to pull the lever yanks it and releases everyone, which is
I mean, you're
just fucked up mentally already.
Yeah, literally, the person who pulls it has to send themselves and their friends into free fall. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy concept.
And, I thought it would be a bad idea. At first, everyone was like, Kim, you're going to pull the lever. You're going to pull the lever. Until they figured out that some people just don't pull it and then they slowly come back down.
Yeah. No, we asked them, we were like, what happens if she doesn't pull the lever? And they're like, we'll lower you back down. We waited for an hour. Me and Lewis were like, that's not fucking happening.
Yeah, they're like, she doesn't get the lever anymore. And I was like, all right, fine. So I was like, I'm going to give it to Alex. I trust Alex with my life. I know she's going to make this as easy as possible for us. So we get up there. And when you're up there because you stop.
It's like, yeah, you've been moving up there really slowly for a long-ass time, and then you just abruptly stop.
So at this point, I open my eyes. It's not good what I see. I see the whole state of New Jersey below me.
Yeah, you can see the entire park. It's a crazy
It was
view.
legitimately the first time Harrington's ever looked small. Harrington was an ant below, and I saw him supporting my ass down there. Just because we were both scared. And
our friends were sending us love from the bottom. It was like,
it was sweet.
You could feel it.
And then I hear it. 3, 2, 1.
It does a bit
fly. And right then I just brace. And when you squeeze your stomach, what I do is when I drop on rides is I blow out a big air. I hold in a breath and then I blow it out as I'm dropping because it sort of helps you distract from that awful feeling you get when you're just free falling. So they go 3, 2, 1, fly, and I go, and we don't fucking move. And I'm closing my eyes and I'm waiting, and then I hear Alex say, "You guys ready?" And nothing is more frustrating than waiting on your death more than 5 seconds. And I was like, yes, we're ready. And then she pulled it.
Never heard the two of them both so mad at me at the same time. It's usually one or the other.
It was rough. I couldn't
we're
believe what I was.
Ready. Are you crazy?
Yeah, we're like, pull it. Because we were just there. I was like, just get me out. But
I have to say it was more difficult to pull than I thought it would be.
Well, because we're so fucking heavy.
It's a crazy sense of release. There's no like, oh, I've pulled it and it's open. It's like there's tension and then there's nothing and we're all falling. It was crazy.
I don't think I could have pulled it.
It was crazy.
That was a big job for you.
It was hard.
But then we drop. And the first 3 seconds are a little rough because you're like legitimately like, you're up so high that it's not a swing. Mm-hmm. It's a drop at this point.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be a swing, but the first 5 seconds you're dropping and then you go into a swing. And that was rough. But as soon as we got past that, I think I remember being like, I fucking love this.
Yeah, immediately you loved it.
Yeah, it's
almost
so
like
fun.
A giant trapeze fly.
Yeah.
But nothing to catch on to at the other end.
Yeah. But we had a great view. We did it during sunset. It was so fun, and we were flying. And I think after the initial drop, that first one back was the most fun.
Yeah, we spun around. Mm-hmm. We literally
headed
switched
towards the sunset.
Positions. Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. That's probably one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah. I mean, riding roller coasters, I forgot. I haven't ridden a roller coaster in maybe 5 years. Mm-hmm. And just growing up in America, it always felt like a normal thing to do. Just like a given.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind this weekend that roller coasters exist at all. How fucking crazy they are. It was like a realization to me that it must be the most ultimate sign of a privileged society in history.
To have roller coasters.
To be fucking out there riding roller coasters, just going at the craziest fast speed that your body could handle for no fucking reason.
I think we also left out the huge detail that this whole time we're on acid.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that.
That's a big detail in why we were so terrified.
I took a really nice amount, and it was the most fun thing ever. Roller coasters and drugs, man.
Yeah, highly recommended.
What could be better?
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's not for the faint of heart, but if you're cool, man, give it a try.
No, at one point, I think Nate was like, I'm good. And I was like, I think he's on a roller coaster mentally. Let's leave him alone.
He kept coming up the lines with us and getting to the front, just about to get onto the roller coaster. And he wasn't lying. It just kept happening like this, that you'd look at him and be like, are you okay? And he'd be like, mate, I'm a little dehydrated. I don't know if I could. I'm too dehydrated to ride this one. Constantly.
Yeah. But it was good. I liked when we were waiting for the first row on the wooden ride, and they do these things at parks now. This
El
is
Toro
new,
is the ride.
they really make sure that you don't bring a cell phone onto the ride. I guess it has to do with, I'm sure it has to do with so many people being smashed in the face by an iPhone constantly that they check your pockets. They make sure you don't have a phone. But there was a woman in front of us with her 2 boys and daughter, it looked like. It was like this black lady, and she was there, and they saw her cell phone in her pocket, and they're like, ma'am, you have to put your cell phone away. She gets off the ride. She goes to put it in the cubby, and they're like, we can't have loose items here. You have to get off the ride, exit, go put it in a locker, get back in line. And this caused a whole fucking scene. She was like, I'm not getting off this ride. And they're like, you have to get off the ride. We're not moving the ride. So they pause the ride. She argues for a little bit.
It's like a delay that everybody in line is watching.
Yeah. She finally gets up. And she gets out of the car, and then her son is pissed, and her son's like cussing at the ride guy, but he's already locked in, so he can't do shit.
Yeah,
but you could tell if he wasn't locked in, he would have started a fist fight. Like it would have been a fight right there, and he was like, "Man, my mama."
They're screaming at the teenagers riding, like who are
operating
it. Yeah.
By the way, it's crazy the teenagers operate the entire park.
It feels like there is not one adult in the park in charge whatsoever.
They say in the front that they pay their employees $11 an hour. Those are the people in charge of your life.
It's crazy. It's really the most. I can't believe that
a stupid teenager. A stupid teenager.
Literally, sitting up there, like being real, like thinking that you could tell that they think they're really cool.
They
like
have power trips.
Yeah,
they're like mini cops.
Holding on to the mic and being like, "Everybody, move down, move down, move down, move down, move down, move down to the front of the line, front of the line,
front of the line, front of the line. If you like this ride, then zoom."
Like they love it, but they're just not anybody who should be in charge.
That kid's gonna get SNL.
Not somebody who should be in charge of people's lives. But
no.
Anyway.
So the guy's strapped in, and he's trying to start with a fight with this kid, and then they just kind of start the ride.
They're like, "Yeah, like stop, you're going."
And I was on acid, and I couldn't stop laughing at the thought that this kid had to just angrily be on a roller coaster after this. Like, that is the funniest image. And this was an intense one.
You could even see his face be like, well, all right then, and like hold on to the
and he's just sitting. And it's like, there's nothing sillier than being angry on a roller coaster. It's so funny to me.
It's crazy. And that was, I think, the most intense ride there. It's their wooden roller coaster, El Toro, and it is fucked up. Kim described it really well, that it feels exactly like being in the center of a hurricane. Like, whow.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I felt like an infant who like didn't have proper neck muscles.
It felt like someone was giving birth to you.
I felt
came out and they're spanking you and shit. They're like whirling you around, giving you shots. It was intense.
And
also like fuck wooden roller coasters.
Sort of, but like that one's kind of fun because it's so fucked up.
No, I know, but it's crazy.
I know. It literally
didn't look stable at all. It looked like if I would I wasn't even leaning on it hard. I was like, I might knock this bitch over.
It looks like you could blow it up with a match for sure.
Lewis was like, the ride takes so long in between because they're physically nailing it back together after. I was like, that makes sense. So yeah, it was a good time. We had a great time. Then
so much fun.
We drove back. I made the horrible mistake. I mean, just a terrible mistake. I had this beautiful ride with Justin Silver and Lewis.
On the way there, we were
Mercedes.
So comfortable in a nice Mercedes. We had the whole back seat to ourselves.
We were relaxing, we were smoking, we were chilling, we were talking, listening to music, vibing. It was great. Then on the way back, Justin and Lewis are like headed a different way, and I have a show sort of near you guys. So I was like, oh, I'll ride back with one of you guys. Who's got room in the car? And
so the two people driving are both of our like newest hires at Gas Digital, Frank and Funzilla, who did the intern Special Olympics on Legion of Skanks. So those were the two options of cars that we get into.
And just to describe them,
it's the same car, which is really interesting.
Yeah. This is very interesting. They had the same exact car, two completely different humans. Frank looks like a guy named Frank.
He's been working here about 3-4 weeks.
Clean cut. Nice,
cool,
quiet guy, glasses, intelligent, really good worker.
I love how quiet Frank is.
Also, just
it makes me want to be around him.
He chimes in when it's necessary to chime in. He's
appropriate
helpful.
Moments he chimes in.
He's helpful. He's friendly. He's just what you need.
He is a functioning member of society, which is saying a lot for people who work here.
Funzilla, really nice guy.
We like him.
looks like his name is Funzilla.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to think about the kind of person that would name themselves. Did he name himself?
Big J named him Funzilla.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
it
that makes
applies.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Funzilla is like if Harrington had a misfit child.
Yeah, it's like if Harrington had a baby with somebody.
It's
equally,
an immature Harrington.
Yeah.
He's like he makes Harrington look like wise.
He does sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
So I choose to get in the car with Funzilla.
We both do.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we make that decision? It was just a matter of whatever it was. I think I wanted to be with Nate, kind of thing. Whatever
I think it was. I think you and Nate wanted to get together.
We
I was like,
liked
cool, I'll
Nate
go with
enough
them.
to go with Funzilla, basically.
And as soon as I get in the car, we start taking off, and I get this sickening feeling in my stomach that I've made a mistake. The car is...
We're still in the parking lot when Kim is already panicking.
We're in the parking lot. I mean, I could just see he like pulls out, doesn't really see the car come. You know what I'm saying? It's like from the beginning, you can tell like he's nervous to drive us.
Yeah, it's like when somebody hits the accelerator a little too hard the first time that they accelerate the car, and you're like, okay, we're in a parking lot. Like you're jerking around already. What's happening?
Yes, it's like a first time driver nervousness that I feel. And he pulls out in front of a semi so fucking close. Nobody even caught this. I watched it.
Kim, if I'm not mistaken, it was 10 seconds earlier that you were already like, don't pull out in front of any semis. You literally said the words aloud, and you were like, be cautious, be careful. You gave him a mom speech.
No, that was after.
Was that after?
It was after.
Okay.
That's why I had to.
Okay.
Because I was like, what you just did was insane.
Mm-hmm.
It was as soon as we pulled out of the parking lot. And I could see, like, you know when you're pulling up somewhere and you're trying to make a right-hand turn and it's a busy street perpendicular to you. And you can't really see the traffic coming on the left. And what you need to do is inch up until you can see it, then finally go. But I could tell he was self-conscious about making us wait for that inch up that he just risked it. And I could tell because he kind of sped up and you could see lights from far away. You couldn't tell. And when I looked, that semi was so close to us, it had to put on his brakes. Nobody noticed. It had to put up his brakes and it came right up to our back window.
I didn't notice and I didn't think about this until right now. But I remember thinking that he turned really fast, like he almost like skirted the tires a little bit when he turned, and I remember thinking like, oh, it doesn't surprise me that Funzilla takes his turns like that. I didn't see the semi, but I remember the turn being like, whoa,
it was like him pulling out too far and then having to commit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sick to my stomach at this point. I look at the thing, we have like an hour and 20 minutes till we get home. I'm like, I won't make it. And I needed to do something. I had a packet due. I was writing a packet.
Yeah, you were supposed to be like writing in the car. You also had a set that night. Like there was a lot going on.
And I could not focus. And I was like, you know what? Like I'm not going to write this packet. I'm not going to focus on my set. I'm just going to like watch him drive.
I'm just going to focus on spiritually keeping this car safe.
I'm going to will us alive.
Yeah.
Home. So I was like, I need to focus. You know when you just need to like focus on someone else's driving? You're like, nothing. No music, no talking. Let's just let him drive and watch him. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, let's get some food. I need a snack. We stop at the Wawa. I walk in and I see an angel. Truly an angel. And by this point, we're already all separated driving. But we just so happened to meet up with Frank at the Wawa. Mm-hmm. And he was there.
He's a good boy.
And I ran up to him. And I was like, I have to go with you. I don't care what happens to anyone else. I'm sorry. I have to be with you.
We threw Harrington out of his car.
We threw Harrington gave it to us. Let's give that. He was a gentleman. Because you know what? Nate's fucking Australian equality ass came up and he was like, no, I want a 10 at the car too. He didn't even know what. Wasn't even bothered by Frank's driving. He just wanted
Funzilla's driving.
By Funzilla's driving. He just wanted to do what we were doing. And Harrington was like, no, it's for the girls. If I give up my seat, he literally used the words, it's to save the girls. That's how bad Funzilla's
actually
driving was.
Really like chivalrous of Harrington.
And he gave us his seat and we had a really nice ride home.
It was so nice. Oh my God. When we got into Frank's car and I processed that the two of them owned the same exact fucking car, it blew my fucking mind. In Funzilla's car, there's like one working speaker. It was like right on the back door, like right where Kim's like ear is in the corner of the car.
It was crackling.
It was crackling and playing like an old Jesselnick special.
I mean, I love Jesselnick, but like, I don't want to listen to stand up on my way home.
On the way home from Six Flags, on our way to another stand up show.
Oh my God. Nothing makes me angrier than getting in a car with someone and then they play stand up. comedy.
Like, dude, you
I'm
have
like-
one speaker working.
And also, like, can we relax on the stand-up
It's
for a minute?
crazy. It's all we do.
It's all we do.
I make them listen to classical music whenever I drive anybody home from here. I'm like, I can't listen to more comedy today. I'll fucking die.
Comedy.
I'm over-processing it. It's not funny anymore.
When I get home from work, I'm like, I need a documentary on gang rape. Like, I need
yes, sister.
darkness. Like, I need to feel.
Mm-hmm.
I get so exhausted from the funny.
Classical music is really good to like take yourself away from funny. For
I've been like in the lo-fi too.
I like that too. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, Funzilla was just not interested in creating any kind of environment in the car that anybody would want to be a part of.
No.
And Frank's car was like, it like
Clean.
smelled sweet.
Mm-hmm.
There was
He was like, "Do you guys need a Claritin?" He like had everything we needed. We ate. I got to write my shit. He played nice, soft music. He was he was a good driver, and I hate when someone's a good driver but they're slow because like you can't complain because they're doing the best they can. But he was speedy, on it. Oh,
Good.
I loved all of it.
It was nice. We had Bobby's girlfriend in the back seat with us, so it was like 3 women sharing the back seat. We had plenty of space. Like
We were all cleaning, helping each other with things.
yeah,
That's just how women are. It's like, I have a trash bag right here. You need.
did you need a tissue or a napkin?
Yeah, it's just nice.
It was so sweet, man.
So yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun at Six Flags. Then we went to Feeney's special. We watched Feeney fucking kill his hour.
Yes, I'm not sure when it's coming out, guys.
That was
but
an hour, right?
It was an hour.
He killed it.
Mike Feeney recorded an album on Sunday night, and when it comes out, I mean, you guys gotta check it out. It was fucking dope.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't already, check out Irish Goodbye. It's so funny.
Yeah. And what an awesome way to like end drugs at Six Flags to come back and watch our friend tape his album. It was just great.
I got to tell you though, my night didn't end there. I had to
know.
leave for a set.
You were upset when you left. I don't even.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna even get into that.
Yeah.
But I left. I showed up for my set, and I didn't do very well.
Really?
But also, I was like thinking, why am I not doing very well? And I was like, oh, I've been on acid all day at Six Flags, and there's 9 people in front of me at midnight. Like this sucks.
It was so late when we were driving back at like 7:30, and Kim kept mistaking the time of her spot. She's like, "Yeah, 9:50, no big deal." And she like
10:50.
read it again. She's like, "Oh wait, I gotta wait till 10:50 for this spot." And then she
and then I
looked
read it
back.
again.
Yeah, and she's like, "Fuck, this spot's not till 11:50." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. That was you. Must
And then
have
I
been
woke up at
7 in the morning. That
And then I
morning.
woke up at 7 the next day to go back to my writing job.
Crazy. Power to you.
So I'm still here. That's why sometimes when I do these podcasts, I'm like, let's do this one and another one in a row. So tomorrow I can just go to work like a regular person and come home.
Totally.
And then maybe rest for 4 hours before doing a set.
So I want to hear about your acid set, though. Did you tell the audience what was going on?
Yeah.
I've never seen you perform on drugs and not tell the audience that you're on drugs.
I can't hold it in. They have to know.
They have to. Yeah, you have to have that, like, I guess that backup of being like,
This is why.
yeah, I get it.
It was okay. I mean, it was just okay.
Okay.
I watched a comic before me. It wasn't great. I watched a
Just a bad
no, I was
crowd?
the last one. Yeah, it just was. I was the last person on a show. It was 1 a.m. on a fucking like Sunday night.
Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wanted to leave and go home and get ready for work.
I get that.
So it just was fine. I mean, it was a paid spot. I got my money and I left. And I appreciate all spots, even spots like that. I'm like, whatever.
Totally. I woke up on Monday feeling like a child again.
Me too.
I mean, Dippin' Dots, just everything about going to an amusement park. I highly recommend it for everybody. Like,
it's true.
go live out your childhood again. It's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a ride where this is good in the context of us being on acid. I forget which ride it was, but there's a roller coaster. First of all, if you're going to Six Flags, go during Fright Fest and go early in the morning because we didn't have to buy fast passes. There were absolutely no lines. We got to the front of pretty much every roller coaster.
We would get off a ride and then just get back on.
Yeah.
Like, not even leave the line. We just keep sitting there.
You had to wait 1 or 2 rounds tops to get on the front row of whatever roller coaster. So we rode the front row of one of the roller coasters. It was Kim, Lewis, me, Brian. And this one like takes you through this like dome of mist at a certain point and like hits you with mist. It's really cool. Like you get crazy sensation, especially in the front. And then apparently at another point in the ride, it like
Drives you through fire. straight up fire. And like after the ride, we were all shocked by how hot and big the fire was, that we were like, that fire was crazy.
Lewis was like, that fire like licked my cheeks, man.
And Alex, I swear to God, said the words, "What fire?"
That's still to this moment.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Nope.
Are you the devil? What's happening? Why don't you see fire? I mean,
I didn't see it or feel it. I mean, Brian was like, I was nervous. Brian was like, I was really nervous that my eyebrows were fucking burning.
Yes,
off.
it was so hot. It was so hot and so loud. Lewis made a good point. Alex missed every sense she had. She didn't feel it. She didn't see it. She didn't hear it. She didn't smell it. And all of those things were very obvious in the moment.
Nope. I was impressed by the mist, though.
You just shut down to the heat. It was crazy.
It was really crazy. I mean, I didn't ride that one again, but I just completely missed the fire.
Fuck
Good
that.
times, yeah.
Anyways, I'll definitely be going back again.
Yes, for sure. Also, the fucking, like, clowns come out at night. Like, all the Fright Fest shit starts happening. I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
That sounds great. We should do a haunted house this year.
Yeah.
Stop me if I told you about this before, but I ever tell you about going to a haunted house when I was like 14 or 15, where upon entering, it fucking blew my mind. Upon entering, like while you're on the line, you get to talk to one of the exhibits, and it's just like a torso, right? And it's a torso that comes up, and then there's like an actual human being's head on it.
Okay.
Like you're talking to it. It's definitely not animatronic. It's like your friend Jacob is fucking there. Except you could put your hand under it and feel that the torso is just, ugh, how? How was I just talking to this like mannequin thing? I don't understand it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. You're saying it was a real human head, but obviously a fake torso.
But floating on a fake torso. Yes.
So this is how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like you couldn't feel it, but there was probably a bar this way. A torso and a bar, and then someone laying down.
Someone laying down with their
head
head
up. So
up.
when you felt underneath, there's nothing underneath, but there.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that blew my mind for years. And I remember being like, I'm too old to be like mind blown by this.
I hate it when someone makes me believe in magic. It makes me furious.
Oh, shit. Yeah, some magicians, you're like, oh, there's no way. It just had to be real.
Yeah. How could you? I didn't even feel it on my own skin.
I mean, what really makes me mad is that fucking Lewis has done that to me once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally like some kind of situation where he's like fucking with this hand for a while. And then he tells me to like, he never touches the palm, and then you open it up and there's like a fucking piece of ash in your palm.
He's done that one to me.
It fucked me up, man.
Yeah, he's done that one to me.
Like, especially knowing, like, I know you're my friend. How did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
We should learn magic.
Yeah, I know that one. I could teach you.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I won't say it on here.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know, dude. I felt like a child for sure this weekend. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time. Adult film star Jessica James dies at 43, according to my Twitter right now. Do you know who that is?
I don't know if I'm a fan of hers.
Is it the same Jessica James as Jessie James? Because I've heard that name.
I don't know. I'm telling you, if you're a porn star and you are not like thin as a stick, a female porn star, I probably don't know you. I only really look at porn that involves girls who look kind of like me.
Wow. So narcissistic.
I mean, how else am I supposed to get anything out of it?
I guess that's true.
Put myself in her shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So also big titties.
If she's wearing them. Yeah.
Like I can't even do like big tit porn. Like they have to be kind of skinny, kind of small boobs.
Cool. I like I don't like
I have to be able to put myself
porn.
in their boobs.
I like home videos.
Yeah.
I like people like really fucking that submitted videos.
I get that. I just don't. I wish the angles are better every time.
I kind of like the grunginess of the bad angles. It's so real and it's like so raw and human to
you
be
feel
like
you got to peek around
put it on the
corner.
You see the phone fall once and they lift it back up. I love that shit.
Shit.
I'm like, this is so real.
It's easy to please with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that's most of porn right now.
Yeah. I also like my porn searches like switch.
I like a good blacked video, high production quality, good big dick.
Is Blacked a brand?
Blacked is a brand.
Oh, okay.
You've never heard of Blacked, sister?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's like the only porn I watch.
Really?
Yeah, it's always like a big black guy, skinny white girl. It just checks all the boxes for me.
Wow. Okay, sis, I got you. Yeah, no, I mean, because I'm more into amateur homemade, I probably don't see very many blacked.
This is extremely high production quality, which I
Okay.
super respect about it. Their angles are on point. The lighting is on point.
I don't like that because it doesn't see, it seems, to me, production has ruined that for me. I just know, even watching regular TV now, sometimes I'll see something and I'll go, oh, that took 10 seconds on TV. It took 4 hours in production. You know what I'm saying? So like now when I see high quality porn and you see that angle, all I see is like they got such a good camera angle. They paused, they rotated them. And it's just like, it's
I could
too
ignore
much
all
fakeness.
that. I like when everybody's skin tone looks even and you're like,
I get that.
you know what I mean?
I kind of like a
Especially-
pig every once in a while though.
Yeah?
I like a pimply bitch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like
Being fucked by an ugly guy or
No.
a hot guy?
by a hot guy.
Sometimes I'll do the opposite. Sometimes it kind of turns me on to see a hot girl getting fucked by an ugly guy.
I think that's just
like,
life.
She's like blowing his mind, and it, like that turns me on.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
oh, this dude is getting it right now. This is the experience of his life.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where I get the opposite of that. Sometimes I like a hot dude fucking an ugly girl because I'm like, he's such a dirty animal that he doesn't care. He's just so horny for anything.
Okay.
So that kind of gets me, like that dirty animalistic thing of him.
It's crazy that we are both thinking of how the guy feels in both scenarios,
Wow, that is crazy.
isn't it? Mm-hmm. But that is what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well, that's called being straight.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I guess so. But you would think like in porn, you would be looking
At the girl for your own
your own-
experience,
yeah.
but it is my experience. Like when the guy's into it, that's more of an experience for me.
Right. I get that. That
I'm
makes
the
sense.
pig. I'm the pig I want.
Yeah.
What else? What's new with you?
Shit. I don't know. I'm going to DC this weekend. That should be pretty fun. Going with the parents. Going to be such a wholesome little trip. Maybe visit the Holocaust Museum, yo.
Whoa, fun.
Yeah.
Family vacay.
I don't know if anybody's ever said it in that tone before. But yo, it's the Holocaust Museum, yo. I've always wanted to go. I feel like it's just going to be a really solemn, sad day there.
I got really obsessed with the Holocaust in like 8th grade. Like fucking sickly obsessed with it.
Yeah, that happens because like it's like things that are like beyond belief fucking horrible. It's like a morbid curiosity when you're a teenager, I guess.
They made us reenact the Holocaust in high school.
Excuse me?
I just remembered this.
Okay, tell me all
Wow, I
about
just remembered this.
it. Okay.
We were learning about the Holocaust.
They put you in the gas chamber.
No, they were literally like, tomorrow we're gonna do like a hands-on. They tricked us too. Holy shit, this is fucked up.
What year is this? What grade is this?
This is freshman year of high school. So this is 2005.
Okay. And you're like 14.
Yeah, and our teacher's like, we're gonna go through the hallways of the school and we're gonna just look and read and what they did, they set it up almost like a science fair. This one hallway where like they had different
The Holocaust Science Fair?
sort of. They had like you'd go into one section and it would be someone like a student and they were like it was like a haunted house almost. Like they'd be like, don't change my eye color, and a student like, and there's like, we need blue eyes and like shit like and then you were like, whoa, that's intense. And then you'd come over here and you'd see like kids begging you for food, and then
Who were the actors?
I don't know.
Which kids got cast in this?
I don't know.
How'd you-
Nobody let me audition for this shit.
No, only the Jews got chosen.
They did it by last name, I think. So then we're in the hallway, and then behind us the door slam and all the lights turn off. And like all this music or like all this yelling starts and like, get in here. And all these kids start pushing us into this
Your
room.
teachers are dressed as the Gestapo. Like,
Yeah, it was like they were like suddenly my classmates, some of them were Nazis, and they were pushing me into this room with my other classmates and they were pretending to torture us. It was crazy.
that's wild. And was there like a conversation afterward about what you were supposed to learn?
It was like a very simple like, and that's what the Holocaust was.
God damn.
And I remember being like, I should watch a movie on this. This seems intense.
We had something sort of similar in the 4th grade to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Okay.
We had a day to teach us about segregation.
Okay.
And they called it Inferior Superior Day.
No.
They did. And
was that the old white lady? Did she come in?
what do you mean?
Okay, never mind.
Okay. there were it was a 2-day event where like in each class, half of your class would get split to being inferior and the other half would be superior. And then the following day you would switch. So every kid got to experience both of them. And the superior kids got like free passes for snacks at lunch and like anything they wanted in class, got to go to the bathroom whenever they wanted, just like in any way that you could think of treating a kid better in school, like within the construct of that institution.
You guys can eat snacks in class. You guys can't.
Yep, everything, like talking in class. The superior kids wouldn't get in trouble for talking in class. The inferior kids weren't allowed to raise their hand to answer questions, weren't allowed to look at each other, weren't allowed to speak. They just had to keep their head down all day and not say anything.
Wow.
And if they did say something, they got in trouble, like real trouble. Like, no, you have to stay after school today now. You have detention because this is part of like the experience. It was fucking crazy.
Did it teach you guys something?
I think it did. It was pretty intense. I mean, like I remember the day of, I remember doing Superior Day first. So I was like, I'm on top of the world, you know, like this great day at school, fucking awesome. Like you're not even thinking about the like actual reason why you're doing any of this or whatever.
Right.
And then the next day I was like, wow, this sucks. Like this whole day has been horrible.
Yeah.
So you do, I guess, come out of it learning something.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's also so constructed that you
all
know
the white
it's gonna
kids
be
on
over.
all the white kids on Superior Day were like, this is just another day in class. This is just like every day. I don't get it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the school is mostly white, and I guess I wonder. I don't know. It's just weird. Really intense.
That's
really
crazy.
intense for fourth graders.
Oh my God, fourth grade?
Yeah, that was fourth
Okay,
grade.
that's really young. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it was like weird to consider whether like a lesson had been learned or not. It was definitely.
I think it's a little young.
Yeah.
You need to start that at like maybe sixth grade.
like I remember thinking like, okay, that's crazy. It's crazy that things used to be like that. But
Because fourth grade, you're 9.
I was exactly. We were 9.
It's so young.
It was also the Martin Luther King Day is also my birthday. It was like the week of.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
You had to be inferior on your birthday.
I think I did. I literally think I did.
That sucks.
Yeah.
They're like, now we're all going to eat Alex's cake in front of her. Wow.
Yeah. And then I also remember a very slight detail from that day that
Okay.
will never escape me.
Okay.
So I felt like I could never perfect a messy bun. And I always wanted, like, I was always going for the messy bun look, right? And on the day that I was labeled inferior, I happened to have perfected my messy bun.
Okay.
And one of the teachers in my school took a moment when I was like heading out of the classroom to pull me aside and be like, I know that this is your inferior day. I'm not supposed to say something like this to you, but your hair looks very nice.
Oh my
And
God.
it made me so happy, man. I was like, they've noticed. I've perfected it.
Great.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it just took his hand and shook your bun up. And he was like, not your day, kid.
Nope. So I guess it's safe to say that I didn't learn much that day. If the thing that I really remember was that my hair looked good.
Right. Yeah. No, that's all you took from it.
all I-
Literally.
yeah.
You just told us.
No good. Save it for 8th grade.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
What lessons do you really learn in school anyways, you know?
I mean, that was at least an attempt to do something good. Regardless of whether it panned out. It's like... Although I don't know if today people would even agree with allowing your kids to go through a day of being inferior or superior,
They're
like
like,
putting
"Not
the
my
labels
child,"
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they got away with crazy shit back in the day, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They used to like beat kids like 20 years before we were in school.
Teachers used to like shove us, and our moms would be like, what'd you do?
I think they still do corporal punishment in a lot of like southern schools.
That's crazy.
Like Kentucky and shit. They'll fucking hit your kids if you give them permission to, which a lot of parents do.
What a weirdo parent.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's weird.
Well, if he's acting up, then y'all better do
He
something
shouldn't
about
be
it.
bad mouthing you. He shouldn't be bad mouthing me.
Well, he's got to learn his lesson.
I like my memories when I think back, like my memories of school are so fucking weird. I only held on to the weirdest shit. Like there was a home ec class I did. And like I keep seeing people being like, I wish they taught us how to do taxes and fold clothes in high school. I'm like, they did. It was home ec. They had that class. You fucking idiot.
I literally never had home ec, but go on.
No, your school didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Well, our school had it, and like they taught us to like sew and like bake and all this shit. And literally the only thing I remember from home ec is how to make a crepe, which is useless. I've never made a crepe.
What? But that's awesome though. It's something at least that
I mean, I don't even remember. It's the only thing I remember doing. Like,
okay.
The only thing that stuck out to me was like one day we made crepes and that shit was dope.
Bitch made a crepe.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That we had these 2 girls. They were like retarded twins.
Okay.
And they were in our class.
Both of them came out?
At the same time.
No, both of them came out retarded.
Yeah, they were sisters. They were like a year apart. There was something wrong with them.
Okay.
They weren't even like severely handicapped. They were just like kind of slow. You know, like when you like have those kids in class that are like
too, and I always wondered. I was like, how did you both come out slow?
Why didn't your parents stop after the first one?
Jeez.
Yeah. They imagine how horny you have to be to have never mind.
Go on.
You know what I mean. But they were both like slow, kind of smelly, like look kind of dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like those.
We've gone through this about my school. They're female Billy and Bobby, I think.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
I think their nose.
I think their names were Billy and Bobby. Yeah, and they were just kind of slow girls that were in class. And I remember being in home ec, and one of them like looked down, and then she looked up, and she like looked shocked, and she like just went through the whole day in home ec with the bloodiest shorts I've ever seen in my life.
Bleeding to death from the vagina.
I mean,
I knew you were going to say that as soon as you said she looked down.
She just free bled.
What color were the shorts?
Khaki. Khaki, baggy. They were cargo shorts for girls.
I would rather bleed in white than khaki. Khaki's going to turn your shit an ugly ass color immediately. Yeah.
It was, you could like just see it. And I remember the teacher not knowing what to say and like her getting sent out, and that's just like a memory I have.
But if you are a teacher, you have to
say something.
You have to be able to be like, sweetheart, come with me for a second, and take her into the hallway and be like, you're bleeding to death.
Yeah, let me get you a t-shirt, go to the nurse's office. They'll help you.
Let me get you
You're bleeding to death probably wouldn't be the calmest thing to say to
sweetheart, you're bleeding to death. Let's get you a roll of paper towels and take you to the bathroom.
Please stop chewing on your shorts. Billy and Bobby, stop chewing on your shorts.
They would eat their fucking boogers until like 7th grade.
No.
Like,
both of them?
Both of them. It's like, how did you guys turn out the exact fucking same? I get it, you're identical twins. Is it in your fucking genetics to be eating your boogers in the 6th grade? What is happening?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I always wonder if they're cool now.
Billy and Bobby?
Billy and Bobby.
You wonder if they're cool now?
I wonder if they're cool now. You never know.
I can tell you, and I haven't met them. I know the answer. Not much changes.
So you don't think you could make a 180 after picking your nose in 7th grade?
No. I have a high school reunion coming up.
Are you going?
Yeah, in a month. I'm regretting it already.
Nah, you should go.
I'm really regretting it. But I booked a show.
That's fun. People have seen you on TV and shit from your high school.
I know, but like, ugh. It's like not even at the school. It's at a bar.
Best case scenario, though, is like you're pretty fucking successful.
Yeah, but then it's
successful
just like,
enough to be like showing off to them, which is what you really want, isn't it?
No.
That's what I would want from my high school. Like, bitches, come bow. That's all I've ever wanted from you all.
It's just like, I already feel like I don't want anyone to talk to me.
But you're such a social butterfly. I think you'll have a good time. Yeah, I think so. You meld with everybody.
Mind meld.
Mind meld.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. Who knows?
Going down to Florida for it?
Florida. I'm going to go to my 10-year high school reunion. Who knows? Maybe I'll fuck a first love.
Well, shit. You never do know.
It's always in the books, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like most of your class, like Floridians, they're probably all have babies and
They're
shit.
all married with kids, all of them. You're right. Whatever.
You can still fuck them, though.
I guess you can, yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think that maybe we should wrap this one.
I think we should.
Because I got to get over to the next studio.
Potting on potting on potting.
Pod on pod on pod.
Pods on pods on pods.
So, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Broad Topics. We had so much fun with you. If you haven't yet, get on iTunes, give us a rating, give us a review, share this with a friend, share the YouTube video, share the iTunes link, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Play. We're everywhere. If you're watching this, we're on iTunes, so you can put your Google app down and like enjoy other things while you listen to us.
While you're driving or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you can watch us on YouTube. Broad Topix, Topix.
Put a face to these names.
Exactly. And follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. And I put all my dates and stuff up there. So that should be good for me. Alex, what do you got?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Alex Scar. And check out all the shows that I produce for Gas Digital Network. And also head to podcastmerch.com/broadtopics to buy a t-shirt. Support the show.
Please.
And do everything else that Kim told you.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Hell yeah. Bye.
Bye.